Welcome back to Jenine Marie Hypnosis. This is Jenine Marie, and I present all things healing. Anything that transforms your life, I'm with it. Let me ask you the question, have you been mean-spirited? Stick with me. Hello, lovely souls. Welcome back. Today, the subject of this video and my blog at lifelessonsbyjeninemarie.com. There will be a blog post with this video as well when I'm ready to get that up, but I wanted to just kind of kick it off with a video. It's going to be on the subject of being mean-spirited. And it's necessary because we got that going on in this world, don't we? A lot of mean-spiritedness. You know, this happens when someone has a resentment that they hold against another person or even a group of people. And they don't even have to really do anything to the person, or maybe they did. But mean-spiritedness happens when there is a resentment that's not dealt with, and instead there is a retaliation. There's something that's brewing inside. It's like it's mulling over in your gut and in your stomach. You could actually feel it in your solar plexus, right just above your belly button. You could feel that tension, and in your heart. When you are angry, which is fine, it's okay to be angry. But when you take anger to the next level, where you are mean-spirited, when you feel like you are constantly thinking bad thoughts about that person, and even to the point where you feel like you are justified in taking karma into your own hands and just activating that karma and doing things to that person. Number one, they may not have even intended anything, or maybe there's a group of people and they have done nothing personally to you. You just become mean-spirited and retaliative about that person or group. And, this is the problem with that. Number one, it's just not the way to live. I mean, there's no grace, there's no forgiveness, there's no love in that, which is the highest form of action you can ever put out there into the world, right? When you put mean-spiritedness out into the world, it is just the opposite of that. It is a dark energy, and it is an energy that you do not want to extend into the universe. Let's just imagine mean-spiritedness, coming out of your stomach and held into your hand, just like bird seed. All right? And imagine a carrier pigeon coming down and feasting on all of the stuff that you've got brewing inside of your gut and inside of your mind, maybe coming out of your mouth at this point. And that carrier pigeon is feeding off those seeds that are being presented to the universe. They don't even have to be planted, just, push them out to the wind. Whatever goes out there, whatever you focus on, remember, is going to come back. So the carrier pigeon's job is to deliver a message, and then also to deliver a message back. So let's just take a look at this. The pigeon comes and lands on your hand and feasts on the seeds of negativity, mean-spiritedness, resentments. And by this time, you have a retaliation going on in your heart. We all go through it. We will do it or maybe we'll think it if we don't deal with it, okay? So this pigeon eats off of it and goes flying off into the universe. And what happens is there is an attraction faction. There's a factor, an attraction factor that the universe is saying, okay, I'm here to catch the message. So that pigeon goes right to that spot, right to that area of energy. It's all festering, it's expanding, because the universe is always expanding. Always. It's always developing. It's always expanding. And what it's going to do with that mean-spirited focus is it's going to send it right back to you. So you might as well just hold out this hand and allow the carrier pigeon to just deliver the message into your life. Do you want that? Do you want it? I mean, if you really do, excuse me, my earring is dangling so much. It's chiming in my ear. I love these. You know, they're moons and little stars. But, off the subject, Jenine. Anyway, the mean-spiritedness is coming right back at you. So how do you deal with this? Somebody has done something just really difficult and bad to you, and I've dealt with this just recently in the early wee hours of the morning, and it was something that came up from a long time ago. And I really don't ever think about it, but I'm going through a cleansing. Ever since I became a QHHT practitioner, I'm just cleansing everything. I'm cleansing through dreams. I'm cleansing through visions. I'm cleansing through everything. And that's a good thing. It doesn't feel real good, but it is a good thing. It's a healing thing. And that's a whole other video. But, you've got something that someone's done to you and it's welling up inside. The way you deal with it is you process it. You don't allow it to hit the hurts in your heart, because it will attract to the pain that's inside of your heart. And that's what usually causes us to hold on to all this stuff and then act out of it, because it churns inside. It creates a new, break inside of your heart area. And it kind of connects with what's already broken, and you tend to act out of that brokenness. And unfortunately, if we don't deal with it, it becomes very, very ugly, and it can happen very, very quickly. So what do we do to process it? One, you can talk to somebody. It's really important that, number one, you get it out. Don't let it ruminate inside of your brain over and over and over again, because what you're doing is you're just letting your thoughts create, and your thoughts are going to eventually become feelings. They're going to come out of your mouth, and boom, the carrier pigeon once again. So get it out to somebody that you trust, in the spirit of, I am processing this. I need to understand why I'm feeling this way, because it might just reveal. Someone else might be your messenger and say, I know why you feel that way. I think it's because of this hurt that you've had before. They may know you very well, and that might be extremely helpful. But, if that occurrence doesn't happen, you can also take it down, write it down in detail. This is what happened, and meditate on it. What does this remind me of? What is this like? What is this message to my heart? In my situation that I just dealt with, the message was, there's something that I left behind. In fact, a great deal of financial abundance, at least in that day. And I thought, well, I can forgive and then recover that by asking the universe to recover it. And, just forgive and heal that brokenness that was put out there due to that situation. It was very unjustified. It was very cruel. It was very horrible. But, it's going to turn out right. It's going to be reconciled. And that is the universe that our God created out of love, and one that reconciles. And I think that is such a beautiful part of, the whole dynamic of being human. We can extend love. We can reconcile things. We can put things out there and say, I was wronged. And we have received the promise to have those things returned to us, even up to 100 times over. And I received that promise right now. Do you? So if you've got a good thing that you were jilted out of, unfairly, you can actually put that out into the universe. Use your mind, use your thoughts, use your mouth, use your heart and your feelings, use your visualization, and it may not come back to you in the same direction that it was taken from you, or where you were wronged. You know, it may come back, and usually comes back from a different direction. So, you know, just realize this. You need to be at rest so you can be blessed. Okay? That should be easy for you to realize. Be at rest so you can be blessed. And okay, so you write it down, you deal with it, you think about, okay, what is this that matches up to something inside of here? What does this remind me of? And keep meditating, keep writing about it until you see the aha moment, because, you know, everything comes at us for a reason. It is a reason to teach us, to help us learn, to help us grow, to help us heal. Above and, you know, beyond anything else, we need to heal. This world needs to heal, and it needs to start with us. So we need to be willing to do this work. It's so important. It's the most important work you could ever do for this planet, is to heal yourself. It'll help your relationships. It'll help the planet. It will help everything. You know, evolve, awaken, become alive. Just allow yourself to grow, right? So, you know, you find this thing that you need to be healed about or for. You know, it's in your heart space. That's why you attracted the experience. Instead of feeling the resentment, let's apply forgiveness. I forgive that situation. Doesn't mean that person or those people need to be in your life. It just means that you love yourself enough to forgive. And you love and desire to do work in this, you know, lifetime or this life space and on this planet, because you love. You want to love. So you need to forgive. Love, you know, forgiveness is a part of love. It's a part of, you know, grace. It's a part of mercy. You want to extend those things to other people, because not only do you want to be that beautiful reflection of our Creator, but you want that extended back to you. There might be a situation where you really messed up and you want grace and mercy and forgiveness, you know, and if those are the things that you desire to have extended to you, then extend those to other people and put those out into the universe as well. Okay, so you've written it down, you've discovered it, you've forgiven it, you've given it grace, you've given it mercy. You can speak those things out of your mouth. I extend grace, forgiveness, and mercy to this situation. I ask for healing of my heart due to this situation and the one that I've discovered. I pull them up by the roots, okay? It's really important to pull them up by the roots and pull that completely out. We need to weed our heart, our soul, you know, our whole being of all of the things that are in there that have compiled over, you know, just, I'm going to say lifetimes, but especially in this lifetime, so that we no longer attract those things. It doesn't mean we're not going to encounter people that are mean-spirited, but it does mean if you're working on yourself in a good way, in a loving way, that you are not going to be one that's contributing to the mean-spiritedness of this world. And there is. And I have to believe there are more beautiful people in this world. I mean, we're all beautiful, but, you know, those who extend the very best and the highest love in this world. But we do have work to do. And part of that work is working on you. And if you find that you're becoming mean-spirited, there's something that you are forgetting to do for yourself. Okay, you're not loving yourself, and you're not loving other people. You're not meditating. You're not doing the work. If you want your life to become perfected, and it can be, it could be the perfect life that you have designed for yourself. Doesn't mean we are perfect in and of our humanness, but we can perfect the life and the vision that we have for ourselves. And you want to put a barricade in front of all of the visions that you have for yourself, then be mean-spirited. That is the number one way. It's almost like putting barbed wire around yourself so that you cannot receive the goodness and all of the dreams and the focus that you've been putting into all of the manifestations that you want in your life. So, you know, this is such an important message. You may not want to listen to it, you know, but you've got to understand, do not return evil for evil. That's a number one thing that Jesus taught, that the masters teach. Do not do that to yourself and to others. Let's not procreate that. Let's not create that in our world. You know, let's send love and light. Somebody comes to your mind. It's, you know, been a difficult relationship. It was a bad connection for you, not so great, didn't turn out right. You feel some resentment. Send some love and light. You want to work on it. You know, if it keeps bouncing into your mind, keeps bouncing into your heart space, send some love and light into that person and then let go. If it keeps happening, keep doing it. Eventually, the universe is going to receive that 100 times over or more. You're going to be receiving just a reconciliation between you and the situation, between you and the person, between you and the rest of humanity. Let's make it bigger, because honey, you are bigger. You're bigger. You're so profound. You have such an effect on this world. And I don't care if you live in a cave. If you've decided to become a monk and just sit there in a cave and just read and, you know, meditate and om, that's fine if that's your life path. But you can still send love and light out into this world. You can reconcile yourself with this world. You have to become a part of the good things in this world. Let's become a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. Yeah, I have experienced people mean-spirited and it's come at me. And the very first thing is I get huffy. You know, I get hurt. And I think that's pretty much normal, don't we all? Don't you get hurt when people treat you just really crappy and you feel like you just really didn't deserve it? I mean, we are human. But what I'm saying is, don't return that. Return goodness for the evil that's done to you. Allow your heart to break, but let it break open. Don't let it suck yourself in, and don't let it become hardened, because a hard heart is not pliable. It receives nothing of this world that's really good. You'll start to have things bounce out of your life, and you don't want that to happen. You want to be the light on a hill that you have been created to be in this world. Amen? Okay? You know, I'm glad I got that out. I hope that it was received well. This video and my next blog post is going to be on being mean-spirited, and it will have some other bullet points for you and some things that you can go back to and refer to so that you can be reminded what you can do, and I'll have some things added to it. So, you know, look forward to that post coming back to you at lifelessonsbyjeninemarie.com, one of my two web presences on the web. The other one is JenineMarieHypnosis.com. And that one, this particular video won't be posted there, but I hope it's been received well. I'm hoping that you're having an absolutely beautiful day. I'm sending love and light to you. If you are going through a hard time and you are feeling broken right now, from my heart to yours, I send some love and some healing your way. Please receive it. If you need anything, you can always give me a call, and I'll put all of that information in the description box, how you can contact me and some of the services that I have for you. Until then, I just want to say namaste. I love you to heaven and back, and I love you forever and ever. Amen. And with that, I'm going to say, I'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.